Welcome to Mesa Family History, where we're going to talk about how to create a Family Search account. The first thing you want to do is come to FamilySearch.org, as seen in the URL up here. I'm actually in a site called beta.familysearch.org, which is a sister site to FamilySearch.org where you can go in and with your same username and password that you would sign in to do FamilySearch.org, you can go in and play with the family tree and it doesn't affect the family tree. So it's a great learning place. You can go in and you can merge, you can edit relationships, see how to add people, delete people. So Beta Family Search is actually available for anybody to use. And so I'm using it to create an individual here. But if you were really signing up for a Family Search account or you were a consultant signing somebody up, you would go to FamilySearch.org. Now, as we go over here to the top to either sign in or create an account, the first thing to know is that if you are a member of the church or helping somebody who's a member of the church, that if they already have a username and password for their ward website or their LDS tools, that same password will work here at Family Search, and you do not need to create an account. But if you do not have an account already with the church, then you will go ahead and create an account. Now, also one other thing as we're beginning to look at this, if you start working on creating an account and things just aren't working, it's saying that you already have an account or the email is not right, if you just run into problems, don't hesitate to call FamilySearch.org. Their phone number is 1-866-406-1830. That's April 6th, 1830, the year the church was organized. And the reason you might need to call them is you could have multiple accounts. There are things that they can see on the back side that you cannot see on this front side where they can help streamline and make this process work. So we're going to go ahead and continue. We are going to start and we are going to create a Jane Doe. And we're going to make her birth year April, or birth month April, and the day the 4th, and we'll make her born in 2004. She would be female. And for the first example here, we're going to click on I am a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And we would hit continue. Now at this point, you would need to add a church record number. And you can find that on the back of your Temple Recommend or on the mobile member tools, or you could ask a ward clerk or a bishopric member. If you cannot do any of those, you can continue forward by clicking I cannot find my church record number. The problem is you cannot see any of the temple information until you go and add a church record number. And I will show you how to do that after we've created somebody. But ideally, this is where you would get that church record number. But if you can't, that is okay. We can fix that later. So we're going to go back because we are not doing a church account, and we're going to uncheck this and we're going to move forward. Now we're going to create a username, and I'm going to try to create something that I can remember for this purpose. And I am going to show password so that I can see what I have in here. I try to create something I can remember. And when you create your username and password, please write it down somewhere. I actually like to write it on the inside of a Temple Recommend because I can always find that. And it's for my church information, but you could write it anywhere where you can remember. Now you're going to select a recovery option. If you select mobile, then when you go to recover a username and password, you're going to have to select mobile. If you select email, when you go to recover, you're going to have to select email. This does become a challenge for individuals who are trying to recover their username and password. So if you do have a need to recover a username and password and mobile's not working, then try email. And if that doesn't work, give Family Search a call because there's probably something else going on. So we're going to go ahead and put this as an email. And our email address is fslesson101@gmail.com. And I'm going to select the location, and that is the United States for us. I would like to receive messages from Family Search. I, of course, always like messages from Family Search, so I'm going to click on this, and I agree to the terms of usage. Now I'm going to create an account. Family Search is going to send an email to my email, And I have to go in and verify that. And hopefully that's going to be here already. Wow, they are so fast. I'm going to complete my registration by clicking on that email. And now it takes me to a page where I can sign in to get started. And that is exactly what I'm going to do, is sign in to get started. And I'm going to have to go and add my password, which hopefully I can remember. Trial Family Search. Aha, it worked. I'm always grateful when it works. In this case, I'm not going to save this. So I have come into the Family Search. When I first come in, I'm going to click on tree, and I am the only person that shows up on my tree. And we'll talk at another time about how to connect to the rest of your tree. One of the things I did want to show you is if you are a member and you do not have your membership record in here, and you can tell because there's no temple up here showing, you can come over here to Jane Doe and you can click on settings. And it will bring up your account. And at this point, you would come down here and you would click, yes, I am a member, and you could add your membership record number. So that is an easy way to get back in and create a member account. Oftentimes we have people who create a non-member account and a member account, and they don't realize they've done that because they do it at 2 different times. If that happens, you can call Family Search again, and they will delete the account that you do not want to have in there, which is almost always the non-member account. And that is pretty much what we have to talk about. Thank you for listening, and good luck as you create your Family Search account. Oh, wait a minute. We're going to go back. We want to go in and look at creating an account for children under 13. So we're going to sign out of Jane Doe, and we're going to come back to create an account. Now I'm going to put the name in here as primary because they're primary aged. And I'm going to make it primary Doe. And I'm going to do January 1. And she would have to be under 13 years old. Essentially, you create a child's account from the time they are 8 years and 1 day. You cannot create it before that 1 day until they turn 13. Once they turn 13, they can create an adult account and they do not have to have parent permission. But if they are under 13 years of age and between 8 years and 1 day, they can create an account with parental permission. So we're going to come down here and do 2010. I'm going to go ahead and make it a female, and I'm a member of the church. Now what you do is you come to the parent permission needed. If you click the down arrow, you can choose any one of these options: the member record number, a text message, or an email. Ideally, you're going to choose the record number. One of the great advantages to the record number is that as soon as you enter the adults, the parents, the mother or the father, their record number, and you hit continue, the account is granted permission. If you don't use the membership record number, then it will go to the email or to the text, and then the parent can grant permission. And once you have done this, then you can continue forward with the registration process just as we had done with the adults. And now that truly is the end of this presentation. Thank you.